Hotep, I am the Amen Osiris, the one and only undisputed God of law. We are Deception Stoppers, America's only child support education service. I am not a lawyer. This is not a law firm. I do not advocate that you don't support your human offspring. I simply advocate that you made them in private and you take care of them in private. Now, today I'm going to show you the classic hook, line, and sinker for anyone who has a 4D issue. Okay. Number one, you'll notice up here. All right, and I can't show this because I don't want to show the person's name, but all right, it says Aurora, Colorado, and they mailed it to this address. All right, you see this barcode under here? Okay, that's what that's for. Okay, so number one, again, accepting that mail, and the name here is in all caps. Okay, so it's simply this document was sent to an obligor. And the man who accepts this document voluntarily is saying, I'm the obligor, and I'll be surety and provide the commercial energy for that artificial person. That's what you're doing every time you accept these documents. Okay. Now, listen to this. The Child Support Services Unit listed above has determined that you owe past due child support and spousal support. CSS records show that you owe at least the amount shown below. The amount may not include interest balance that have accrued. How do you get interest on on something you didn't borrow? Anyway, so you notice it's giving the reader the impression that this person up here is him. Okay, that's not you. This person up here, who's that name that's on that address, okay, is the non-custodial pay rent. That's why it's spelled in all capital letters, and I can guarantee you it is identified by a social security number. That's its license plate. You run that social security number, you'll come and find out that, guess what? It is the property of the Social Security Administration. So who should this letter be going to? Hmm? This letter should be going to the Social Security Administration just by the evidence that's on the top. This is your property, bro. I ran that license plate. All right. It says it's your property right on the back of the card. So whatever's determined that you owe is the Social Security Administration. They're responsible for this. Okay. Now, CSS may take the enforcement actions listed below to collect a past due amount. You have the right to request an administrative review. So again, here, they're trying to give you an impression that it's you. It's not. This needs to be sent to the Social Security Administration. Okay? So if I was in a situation like this, I would mail this letter to the Social Security Administration. All right, I'd mail a copy of it back to the child support agency. And first, I would let the child support agency know, well, look, this person up here, all right, in this federal revenue district, that's not me. Okay. And number two, the person that you're naming on that address is the property of the Social Security Administration. So I don't owe anything. Okay. If I was you, that's what I would be doing. Then I would send it to the Social Security Administration and saying, this is your property. It says so on the back of the card. Okay. And you know what you do? Make a copy of the back of the card. It says on this card, this is your property. So you got to handle this bill. Take care of it for me, my man. Handle it. All right. So, and they offer an administrative review. So, in other words, in order to get an administrative review, it doesn't say anything about going to court. So we'll read this. You have the right to request an administrative review. What is administrative? It's executive, not judicial. An administrative review may only be requested on two grounds. Okay. You may request a review if, one, you disagree with the arrears balance owed, and you are able to show that all child support payments were made when due, or that amount owed is different from what is listed on this notice. So it is up to the Social Security Administration to be going in for an administrative review, not you. Okay? Because you means them. Okay? All right, somebody borrowed your car. They get in an accident with your car. Who's responsible for the damages on that car? Your insurance company, right? You get it? All right. It all boils back to who owns the property. Don't forget, you're a tenant. All right. And let's see. You are not the person responsible for the child support obligation, and you can provide documentation that substantiates your claim. There it is right there, gentlemen. Bam. In black and white. Okay, you are not the person. All right, and you can provide documentation because it's right on the back of the Social Security card, isn't it? This card is the property of the Social Security Administration and must be returned if we ask for it back. All right, so it tells you right here, all you got to do is prove that you're not this person up here. And guess what? What are they going to do? Okay. Now, as far as an administrative review later for that shit, what I would do if I was in a situation like this is I would create a response to this, proving, like I said, that I would create an affidavit, I would get it notarized, and I would send it to them in certified mail, all right, and give them 20 days to respond to it. So here it is. I'm going to prove that you want to prove that you're not that person, all right, and you're going to do so by words, definitions, all right, and even titles and codes, okay? The non-custodial pay rent's social security number shall be forwarded to the agency. 42 U.S.C. 666A3C. All right. So if the non-custodial pay rent has a social security number, it's stating that that's its property. No, it's just that it only identifies it as property. Okay. Now, stop accepting mail. All right, gentlemen, again, your mind is like a parachute. It only works when you open it. Okay. Get creative when you are evaluating these documents. Look at what it says. This document right here clearly has its own remedy written into it. Okay. All you got to do is prove that you are not responsible. You are not the person. Look at it. You are not the person responsible. Okay. The non-custodial pay rent is the person obligated to pay child support or obligor. Doesn't matter. Either one of them. Okay. All you got to do is prove it. Now, open your mind and sit and look at this. All right. And look at some of the documentation that you have. How would you prove that you're not this person? I've already showed you that. Okay. You don't have to go buck wild. I could do it. Let's see. I would be able to prove that I'm not that person in about a paragraph or less. Maybe a paragraph and a half. All right. First place I'm going is Black's Law's Dictionary. Look up the word person. Second place you want to go is under Title 42, United States Codes, Section 666. Look up the word person. All right, go to all these different statutes and look up the word person. You're going to see they're all corporations. Okay. Then what I would do is I put a case law in here. All right, that would pretty much sum up that them as government can only deal with artificial persons, and and not the tangible. I would prove that I am the tangible. I'd use a little bit of the Constitution, which says that all men are by nature equal, free, and independent. All right, a man is not a person, and if it says person in the Constitution, it is deemed to be man because the Constitution, the preamble, gives homage. It says, "We the people, whatever state, paying homage to, giving praises to Almighty God, for our freedoms." Read the preamble. So if that, remember, they're ecclesiastic state. So God created man in His image and likeness. He did not create obligors or non-custodial pay rents. All right. So get creative, gentlemen. Start tearing down these words. What is administrative? Courts don't do administrative reviews. All right. An administrative agency does that under the executive branch. This is not a court document, gentlemen. This is a document from a private corporation, from a franchisee, really. All right. The Child Support Services. That is a federal corporation operating in this state. Also, what I would do is I would write them back and say, well, you know what, being that you're a federal corporation operating in the state, you're agents of a foreign principal, okay, and that foreign principal is operating in the state, okay, I want to see your foreign registration statement. All right, get creative, okay? I want to see the personal responsibility contract. Show me something. All right, but more importantly, right here, I wouldn't even go that far with this. I would just simply prove, all right, that I am not the person responsible for the child support obligation and can provide documentation that substantiates my claim. Easy. Now, you write them back on that one, okay, with something along those lines and substantiate your claim. Now, what you're doing is you're taking liability off yourself, right? If you're going to, all right, you're taking liability off yourself. That's if you accepted it. Okay, for those of you who don't accept the mail, then don't worry about it. All right, but you remove liability from you, and then with all your facts, okay, with all your facts that substantiate your claim, you turn around and you give them 20 days. All right, you got 20 days to respond and say that I am that person. I would tear this, yo, man, I would tear this a new asshole. Okay. After you have received the results of the county CS, all right, there it is again, County Child Support Enforcement Unit Administrative Review, you may request a subsequent review if you disagree with the county's results. So here it is, it's saying that the county is running child support. All right, there's no such, it's in the county. Okay, so what the county did was they also just shot themselves in the foot. All right, because a county is a political subdivision. It is created by the Constitution. Anything that's created by the Constitution, all right, is obligated to the Constitution. Okay, your written request must be received within 30 days. All right, so send it back immediately of the date of this of the county CSE unit results letter. Your written request must be mailed to, and here's their community address. And over here, down here, they're telling you, let's see, if your support order was not issued in Colorado, there it is again, your support order. It ain't my support order. All right. This is what the Social Security Administration should be getting. And what I would do is say, well, I tell them, listen, I sent a copy of this to the owner of the property that you're addressing. All right, and you can take it up with them. Okay, because clearly, all right, the non-custodial pay rent identified as by Social Security number, which makes it property of the Social Security Administration. They are the legal owner of that property, and therefore they're responsible for it. You're not responsible for a bill on their property. Okay? So, if your support order was not issued in Colorado, and Colorado is unable to resolve your complaint, there it is again. It's giving you the impression that it's Colorado. Okay? You got to look at it. All right? In this country, the Federal Office of Child Support oversees the National Child Support Program. Oversee means to supervise it. All right? So Colorado is being supervised by the federal government. Is unable to resolve your complaint, you may request an administrative review from the CSC office in the state. There it is again. Look, the child support office in the state. Finally, they openly admitted that the child support office is in the state. It does not say state child support office that issued the order. All requests for administrative reviews must begin by written contact to the CSE listed above. All right. If you make a written request that an administrative review be conducted in the state that issued the order, CSE will contact that state within 10 days after the receipt of your written request. The CSE office in the other state will notify you of the time and place of the review. Okay? So, and down here, these are the remedies that I already showed you that they didn't inform you of before paternity establishment was that you volunteered, whether it's through marriage, DNA, or in the hospital. Okay. But look at the wordings. For those of you who have opened the mail, look at the words. If you don't know what a word means, look it up in the Black's Laws Dictionary. All right. But more importantly, all right, your remedy 99% of the time is right here. And they will all tell you this. This is a common letter in every state. If you're the wrong person, prove it. Okay. I got my proof. All right, gentlemen, stop accepting mail with the zip codes. Also, let them know when you send this back, say, listen, this has a zip code on it. That creates a federal revenue district. That's the District of Columbia. I don't live in the District of Columbia. Okay, and here's, you can prove it. Look, you'll notice here, check this out. Under their remedies, okay, you'll notice, look, 42 U.S.C. Look, 42 U.S.C. All right, let's see. Look, 26 CFR or CRS. These are all federal laws. Let's see. I'm not sure. Oh, no, 26 CRS is Colorado. All right, but majority of them come from federal law when they start doing all the federal, the shit that they're doing. That's all federal. The state adopts it and puts their own code on it, but I guarantee it's all federal. And it is supervised by the Fed. And therefore, when the Fed is supervising anything, it can only supervise within the federal revenue district. If you're not within that federal revenue district, you don't fall under the purview of that supervision. Get it? I'm the Amin Osiris. If you need help with child support, hit me at 4D_destroyer@yahoo.com, and I will educate you further. Okay, and this is somebody emailed me this, and I wanted to share this with you. I read it. I was like, oh man, look at all this juicy information right here. Okay, gentlemen, start using their stuff against them. I didn't create anything here. I just took what it said, and now I'm going to use it. Okay, I'm showing you how to take what it says and use it against them. Okay, it clearly states in here that all you got to do is prove that you are not that person, and that's all you got to do. For those of you who have opened the mail. All right. Bang my email and we'll get you squared away. Hotep.